If you're not subscribed, can you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button? Help us hit our next milestone and be a part of this community that we're trying to build. Also, there are time codes down below. And this was a journey to finally get back to this video series, so I hope you enjoy it. And make sure to submit your builds for a chance to be featured in a future episode. Welcome to the Gundam Breaker 4 Build Showcase, where we go ahead and showcase your builds that you submit. For now, this series is only going to be a monthly series, but that will change depending on how many submissions that I get. So the more submissions I get, the more I can do. But for now, this is a monthly series, but expect this to change in the future. Also, I want to ask y'all a question. What do y'all think about the intro music? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think, because I want to know if I should keep it or if I should change it up to maybe a different kind of track. Let me know in the comments. And now with that being said, let's go ahead and check out this build. So now it's time for me to let you know about this build. This build comes from Blossom Knight, which shout out to Blossom Knight, who is one of the most active people in this community. Definitely appreciate you. And his build is called the Shining Wing Gundam. The design base of this build is a mix between the Shining Gundam and the Wing Gundam. Now, going down the part list for this particular build, we have for the head, we use the Wing Gundam. For the body and both the right arm and left arm, we use the parts from the Shining Gundam. As for the legs, the backpack, and the shield, we use parts from the Wing Gundam. And for the weapons, for the right long range weapon, it's the Buster Rifle. The left has none. And the right and left close range weapon, we use the Beam Saber from the Wing Gundam. Going to the builder's parts, we start off with the funnel rack pair. Then you use the M68 Partis 3-2 short range guided missile launcher, and that is a pair. Then you add a pair of micro missile launchers. And for the final part, you use a pair of 6-tubed missile pods. Now, going back to the funnel rack builders part, I do want to mention this, that I did change the Z-axis from plus 175 to negative 175, because to me it looked kind of off. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. But you will see that change later in this section. But now with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of this build get finished up, and then I will be back to talk about the skills. Now we're in the testing section of this video, and right now we're going to go ahead and showcase some of the moves and skills that you can do with this build. Starting with the standard attacks, moves, and movements, which includes long range, short range attacks, and blocking. Now we're going into EX skills, starting with the funnels. The legendary attack from G Gundam with the shining finger. The standard armor repair for repairing your Gunpla. And the super mode, which is a power-up from G Gundam. Funny little story, because of this power-up from G Gundam, we used to call G Gundam Gundam Ball Z or Gundam Ball G. Going into the OP skills, we start off with the Beam Saber attack. Next is the Shining Shot, which could be found in both arms. From there, the Head Vulcan. This is a long one. Let me try something real quick.
M68 Pardas 3-tube short-range guided missile launcher.
Let me know what you think. I'll talk more about this at the end. Next is the Micro Missile Launcher. Machine Cannon. And we're ending OP skills, showcasing the Missile Pod. So, back to finishing up the EX skills. Awakening type Assault Stimulant. And finally, Burst Action, Burst Resurrect.
You know, I'm split between Mobile Fighter G Gundam and Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, and I know Burning Gundam will be in GB4 but Wing Gundam Zero from the TV series of Gundam Wing didn't. So, after knowing Shining Gundam and Wing Gundam are there, and after some research on pictures and such, and after I finally got GB4 and encountered Wing Gundam and later Shining Gundam, I made this Gunpla, and it's hybrid between Shining Gundam and Wing Gundam. Its name is Shining Wing Gundam. Crazy, was it? It's really cool, with a Buster Rifle and 2 Beam Saber for Wing Gundam and some linked parts that will blow your mind. And I hope you pick this one, because it's so rad.
So, normally I would start this off, but I wanted to go ahead and let the builder speak first and do a summary of their build and to let you know that, yep, your build was picked. So now I use this part to let you know what I think of the build. Now, quick disclaimer. What I say here is all about personal preference. This is not a review. This is not criticism. This is not to judge you if you're a good or bad builder. This is strictly my own personal preference that only apply to me and what I like to see in a build. So this section is completely biased. I may put this disclaimer someplace else in the future, but I hope that this clarifies things because I don't want people, feeling a certain way because I may not like something that you did and people take what I say as gospel. It's like, oh, well, I'm the rating on your builds. No, I'm not. This is about me and my preference. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. If you like it, you're allowed to like it. If you hate it, you're allowed to hate it. Again, this is just how I feel about it. Has nothing to do to say somebody's good or bad, or if this is a great build or a bad build. Nothing about that. Personal preference. This is not to take it personally, just to understand that this is my own personal preference. Anyways, enough with this disclaimer. Let's get to the build. First thing that stood out to me is the fact that it only had one Buster Rifle, which in a way I do love that because it's kind of lore accurate. Yes, you could use 2 Buster Rifles, but I love the fact that you choose one. Love that. When I look at this build kind of looks like to me a full armor version of the Wing Gundam, which this actually gives me an idea of a variation of a build that I wouldn't mind trying. after looking at this build. I actually do like this build. It's pretty fun. Honestly, I'm probably gonna say this about almost every submission I get, but it is a fun build. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the missiles on it. Again, like I said earlier, it comes off as a full armor version of the Wing Gundam. That's what it makes me think of. Now, I do want to talk about the paint real quick. Now, there is a disclaimer to this, but I'll leave this till the gameplay part of this video, so make sure to check that out. But the one thing about the paint job is I think I would add a little bit more gold. I probably would try to change the rocket color on the inside and add a little bit more gold on the feet, because I think it just needs a little bit more gold color. Once again, stay to the next section. There is a disclaimer when it comes to the paint job when I talk about it. There's not much else I gotta say except I do like this combination. This has actually inspired me to make my own variation of this build, which if you would like to see that, let me know in the comments down below. And now from here, we're going to go ahead and play a mission using this build so you can see it in action. So once again, shout out to Blossom Knight. Thanks for your submission, definitely appreciate it. And now, let's go ahead and do a mission with your build.
This is the mission desk. Coming!
Let's do this! Let's do the next one!
So I like the first two videos because those were actually kind of like a promo run. This video is the first official episode of showcasing your build from Gundam Breaker 4. So, in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this series. Now, I'm thinking about making some changes, so I thought I'll tell you here, and you can let me know if you would like to see that or not. First thing, which you saw in this video, I'm thinking about doing it for the next one, is I'm thinking about taking my voice out and just replacing it with AI. I don't know, to me, it just will be better. But I'll let y'all decide. Would you rather me do commentary, or would you rather me switch it to AI? I may try it for the next episode so you could kind of see how it would be, and then you could decide from there. I personally am moving more towards the AI route, but if you want to continue listening to this beautiful, sexy voice of mine, then I am 100% willing to do commentary, but I think I will try it for the next episode. So for the next episode, I will do AI, and then maybe I'll put up a poll asking if you would rather me continuing doing commentary, or if you want AI to take over. Well, here's what I'll do. If I decide to do the AI route, if I was to continue to do commentary, I probably will only do it on the section where I let you know what I think about the build on a personal level. So, we'll see. Secondly, I told you I was going to tell you the disclaimer with the paint and the paint job, and here's the disclaimer. Understand that when I talk about the paint job, it is not a reflection of the builder whatsoever, for two reasons. One, the rules of submitting your builds don't allow you to do a custom paint job. And secondly, that the paint job that they select may not be a reflection of their actual paint job. So if you want to know what it actually looks like, if they don't come tell you in the comments down below, then if they actually submit their social media handle, I will 100% shout them out, and then you yourselves can go over there and ask them about their build, and you can get all the information that you want. So that's one thing I want to say. So whatever suggestion that I make on the paint job, it's not a reflection of the builder. That's all I really wanted to say. But speaking of submissions, over there on the website, I think what I might do is I may add a disclaimer section on the website where you submit your build. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I might do that so I don't have to keep repeating myself in every video that I do. I could just tell y'all, hey, there's a new disclaimer or update, so go over to the website and check that out so I don't have to put in the video. So, yeah, I think I might do that too. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but that's a change I may make. So, this is the last thing I want to tell y'all. Once again, this series is a monthly series, and that's because I only have so few submissions. Now, that can change if I get a lot more submissions, but right now, expect this series to only come out once a month. As I get more, then I'm probably going to change this to a bi-weekly series, but that's in the future. But for now, expect one of these videos once a month, depending on the submissions. And just know when it comes to this video series, I don't want to have any favoritism. So as we get more submissions, I'm going to go more for people who haven't submitted a build compared to people who already have. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because if you want a surefire chance of getting your build featured, I recommend you start submitting now. Because if I start getting a lot more submissions, it's going to be a lot harder for me to start showcasing your builds. So make sure right now there's not that many submissions, so start putting them in now. So that's all the updates I want to let you know about this series. I want to thank y'all for checking out this video. If you're not subscribed, why don't you do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, help me build this channel, help me build this brand, help me grow this community. Also, once again, shout out and thank you to Blossom Knight for your submission. Definitely appreciate it. And I will be back with another showcase next month. Make sure to get your builds in for a chance to be featured.